Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space. I hope you enjoy. Story number 1. It's the Little Things, written by Swegler. Command Log 2178, Day 1 of New Crew Trials. I am Captain Agro, in command of the expeditionary vessel Discoveries of the Stars and its crew of 100. I am recording this log in regards to a new crew member named Dave Hudson, a human from the newly discovered planet Earth in the locally named Sol system. While I would not usually have to record a specific log in regards to a new crew member, I feel that this is a special case owing to the relative newness of the species and the goal of our mission, which is primarily system exploration and survey. Dave is one of the first human researchers to join such a mission with the Compact Science Council, and should be interesting what his viewpoints shall be. Command Log 2186, Day 8, Human Terms of New Crew Trials. Despite the relative newness of a human to the galactic scene, our resident Dave appears to have fit in well, despite the minor issues with the food replicators and flavor enhancement. Dave has taken it upon himself to go over prior data from planetary surveys and reports to familiarize himself with the typical styles of all lifeforms found and their dangers. A commendable action, in my opinion, as it always helps to be prepared. Command Log 2216, Day 38 of New Crew Trials. After nearly a month of travel, in human terms, our ship is beginning to near an unsurveyed Class 4 system, and our scanners have picked up the following preliminary results. A low-energy red star with 3 planets in the life zone, a healthy outer asteroid belt, and a couple of small gas giants. Overall, a promising system, both in terms of potential for life and resources for a fledgling colony. Of our newest crew member, the integration to the wider crew of my vessel appears to have gone well, in large thanks to the extensive courses he attended prior to joining the crew and his relaxed nature, helping to ease Dave into a shipboard community. On a personal note, I do have some concern on how the extended voyage has affected his morale, as I've heard rumors of him asking some of the engineering crew why the trip is taking so long, and if there are ways of going faster. As much as I agree in regards of making the trips faster, we do not have the space to fit in a more powerful reactors of the Zertur-class frigate in our vessel to power faster FTL drive, as much as I would like to. As of recording this log, I find his concerns, well, normal for any species first jaunt in our position to have happened rather quickly, potentially hinting at some impatience. However, I take from that the desire to explore and do its job. Command Log 2225, Day 47 of New Crew Trials. I commend the engineering team on finding a degraded power conduit leading to the FTL drive during their routine inspections and have ordered a temporary halt in our course to be able to fully repair the issue and ensure that we will not be stranded due to the damaged FTL drive or related issue. My team has reported that it will take around 5 days to complete repairs and inspections of other critical systems, which I am pleased with. As the captain of this vessel, I wish to ensure that we are prepared and safe for whatever we may encounter, as well as so that we do not end up stranded between systems in a crippled vessel, as some of my more rash fellows appear to have done, at least according to their recovered logs. On the topic of the crew trials, it appears that Dave has taken this news well, but appears agitated and withdrawn over the delays, preferring to stay in his quarters and research surveyed fauna and flora, as well as watch hollow recordings of planets this vessel has landed on. While I wish to ensure that every crew trial I host goes well, I have to ensure that the safety of my entire crew and vessel come first. Command Log 2246, Day 68 of the New Crew Trials. We have reached the edge of the outer asteroid belt of the system, and with that we have been able to make full use of our senses. We have confirmed that the asteroid belt has a good distribution of heavy, light, and rare elements. The gas giants are suitable for ship fuel and atmosphere siphoning. The inner system has an asteroid belt with a similar distribution of elements, and that the 3 planets in the green zone appear to sport lower-level life forms as indicated by atmospheric readings hinting at no industrial output or even fires used for cooking, nor any artificial emissions to speak of. We are heading in system after offloading some automated drones to further survey and mark specific asteroids for any future colony. We are headed for the largest of these 3 habitable planets in order to sit down and do an in-depth survey on the life to be found there and the suitability for known races. On the topic of the crew trials, it seems that Dave is happy about the confirmation that there is life to be surveyed and documented, but still appears somewhat withdrawn about the news. Hopefully, some first-hand experience will improve things. Command Log 2250, Day 72 of New Crew Trials. We have chosen a suitable landing site on one of the 4 continents of what we call Planet Intar, and landed safely. Atmospheric readings indicate that this is safe for the majority of crew members to disembark. However, some of the crew will have to wear protective suits or breathers due to the pollen and organic matter in the air. Scans show that there is few signs of fauna large enough to be a threat. Most appear to be herbivorous in Class 1 species, with a few Class 3 predators resulting in population balances. While most fled during the landing, they returned fairly quickly to what we can consider their territory or habitats, which makes it easier for study, but does raise some concerns about attacks from unwary predators. Dave appears to be happier down in the mud, as he says he's doing his research and has already documented several species of flora and fauna, namely some of the less timid herbivores. I'm personally glad, as the issues that were starting to present gave me concern for his species' future in space exploration, and specifically Dave, as his work itself is of good quality and has the potential of being a valued permanent member of the crew. Command Log 2252, Day 74 of New Crew Trials. Documentation and survey of the landing site has been progressing well, with geological, biological, and suitability data coming in nicely. The crew are appreciating working on a planet's surface, despite the efforts of shipboard amenities to stimulate that same environment. Morale is up, and the crew is overall happy. The only sap in my fur is that some nervousness some of the researchers' teams feel about Dave's hand-on approach to the fauna research. Rather than observe and record from a distance or safely sedate the fauna to study, he approaches it and attempts to gain trust and have the creature approach him. Dave states that humanity has been doing this with fauna on his home planet since the pre-agricultural times, and he feels safe doing it. I thought that this was a little odd, as that kind of interaction is rare with non-sentient creatures in the galactic community. It appears to increase Dave's morale interacting with these creatures. It was when one of the creatures he had been attempting to gain his trust have approached him and allowed Dave to touch it, he began petting the small furry herbivore that had clicked for me. Out of all the possible things to explore on this planet, it was the hands-on interactions that made him happy. It was the fact that he could physically find and gain the trust of a small creature from this planet and be able to pet it and interact with it. It's the little things that makes humans happy. End of story. Story number 2. Enough! Written by the Missing Think. We have observed your race for a long time. When you discovered how to create bonds and use this knowledge to create swords, we did not interfere, although we knew hundreds would die. When you developed iron and steel and used it to create better swords, we stayed silent, although we knew thousands more would die as a result. When you discovered gunpowder and used it to create projectile weapons, we said nothing, though we knew the cost would be in the hundreds of thousands. When you developed high explosives and used them to rain bombs on your fellow man, still we didn't speak, though the death toll would be in the millions. When you learned the secrets of the atom and created nuclear missiles of incredible destructive power, we still did not intercede, despite the potential to kill billions. We are silent no more. When we beg you to stop your current research, know that it is because the consequences will be catastrophic beyond your understanding. Enough is enough. End of story. I would quickly like to thank the T5 channel members and Patreons. Caspar Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, Barky, Lord Azrakal, It's Difficult to Pronounce, Dragzoon WRE, Holly's Sister, Arcadian. Thank you very much.